Welcome, dear friends. What an absolutely amazing gathering. I've seen people here tonight I haven't seen in 20, even 30 years. Before I say a couple words about my mom, let's talk about the evening. We're going to first have some readings, then we're going to go into some songs. We're going to have a slideshow in the end. After the slideshow, we'll have a more informal program where people can get up and speak. We have a few people planned in the beginning, and then later, anybody that would like to come up and speak is welcome. We don't want this to go on and on and people to be uncomfortable and tired, so when we finish the formal part, people are welcome to go downstairs and visit, to continue eating, go outside, but we hope that people that stay here can listen carefully and respect the people that are sharing their stories or their thoughts or feelings about mom. There's also a book out here where people can sign their name or write something special, an experience they've had with mom, or just a few words. There's 2 books, I think, sitting out here. Up here are all the immediate family members, and behind are the spouses and grandchildren, and the rest of our family. And that's really how it feels tonight. It feels like an incredible family reunion, and I think that's exactly what Mom would have wanted. And she had this beautiful, amazing gift to make everyone feel that they were part of her family. Her laugh, her smile, her love for faith, her love for humanity was a magnet that just attracted anybody that came close to her. And her magnet tonight is her soul, her spirit has pulled all of us together. It's even hard to put in words. It's so beautiful. So I know my family would like to thank all of you from the bottom of our hearts for coming and for showing your honor, your respect, and your love for our mother. All of them.
I've been asked to read, there are 2 letters that the family received from the National Spiritual Assemblies of the 2 communities that they lived in. In the Baha'i faith, in North America, there are the NSA, the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States, which is where Ray and Diana reside now. And as many of you know, they lived in Alaska as well, and so the NSA of Alaska also sent a letter of condolence to the family, and so I'm going to read both of those now. On behalf of the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States, dear Baha'i friend, the National Spiritual Assembly was saddened to learn of the departure from this world of your dear wife, Diana Jane Tufts. Her devoted efforts and service to the unifying teachings of Baha'u'llah over the course of several decades and in a wide range of roles are remembered with fond appreciation. Her indomitable spirit will assuredly be missed by many. We extend our heartfelt condolences to you, your children, and all of those who held your life dear. The National Spiritual Assembly will assuredly pray in the Baha'i House of Worship for North America for the eternal advancement of Diana's radiant soul throughout the divine realms and for the comfort of family members and friends at this time of loss. With tender Baha'i love, Kenneth E. Bowers, Secretary. From the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Alaska. Dear friends, the National Spiritual Assembly of Alaska was saddened to learn of the passing into the Abha Kingdom of devoted maidservant of Baha'u'llah, Diana Tufts. Diana dedicated many years of service to the faith and to humanity, including 16 years as a Baha'i pioneer in Alaska. She arrived in Alaska in May of 1972 from Hawaii to attend a 9-day institute held at Independence Minor near Pullman. This was a preparatory training for the Baha'i Army of Light mass teaching project in Alaska that summer, in which Diana was an energetic participant. While teaching the faith on Kodiak Island, she met Ray Tufts, whom she married in September of that year, and she, Ray, and her children, Shogi and Habibi, and later Ruhi, became a dedicated Baha'i pioneer family on Kodiak Island, first in Spruce Cape and later in Chiniak. Diana's efforts for the advancement of the cause included service as secretary of her local spiritual assembly, secretary of the Southwest Alaska Teaching Committee, delegate to the National Convention, public speaker, youth camp counselor, Baha'i parade float designer, cook, and frequent travel teacher. She and Ray continued to visit and travel teach periodically in Alaska, even after relocating out of Alaska in the late 1980s. Her energy, laughter, positive outlook, and infectious enthusiasm charmed all who knew her, and she will be missed. Please be assured of the prayers of the National Spiritual Assembly for the progress of Diana's luminous soul in all the worlds of God, and for the solace of your grieving hearts. With loving Baha'i greetings, the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of Alaska.
I'm going to sing a prayer for the departed, for dear Diana.
Oh my God, O thou forgiver, bestower of gifts, dispeller of afflictions, verily I beseech thee to forgive the sins of such as have abandoned the physical garment and have ascended to the spiritual world. Oh my Lord, purify them from trespasses, dispel their sorrow, change their darkness into light, cause them to enter the garden of happiness, cleanse them with the most pure water, and grant them to behold thy splendors on the loftiest mount.
Diana Tufts lived her faith to the very core of her being. And she had, in this lifetime, accomplished something that the world certainly needs more of, and that's the ability to have absolute unconditional love. Everywhere Diana went, she touched hearts and she touched lives. And the fact that this room is so filled is a testament to that. She's someone that we'll never forget. At the rising of the sun, and as it goes down, we shall remember her. At the blowing of the wind, and in the chill of the winter, we shall remember her. At the opening of the buds and the birth of spring, we shall remember her. At the blueness of skies and the warmth of summer, we shall remember her. At the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we shall remember her. At the beginning of the year and when it ends, we shall remember her. Dear Diana, as long as we live, your spirit lives too, for we shall remember you. When we are weary and need of strength, we shall remember her. When we are lost and sick at heart, we shall remember her. When we have a decision that is difficult to make, we shall remember her. And when we have joy that we crave to share, we'll remember her. And when we have laughter in our souls, we shall remember her. Dear Diana, for as long as we live, your spirit will live too, for we shall remember you.
Oh God, refresh and gladden my soul, purify my heart, illumine my path. I lay all my affairs in thy hands. Thou art my guide and my refuge. I will no longer be sorrowful and free. I will be a happy and joyful being. Oh God, I will no longer be full of anxiety, nor will I let trouble harass me. I will not dwell on the unpleasant things of life. Oh God, thou art more friend to me than I am to myself. And I dedicate myself to oh God, refresh and glad in my spirit, that purify my heart. You in my powers, I lay all my affairs in thy hands. Thou art my guide and my refuge. I will no longer be sorrowful and grieved. I will be a happy and joyful being. Oh God, I will no longer be full of anxiety, nor will I let trouble harass me. I will not dwell on the unpleasant things of life. Oh God, thou art more friend to me than I am to myself. I dedicate myself to thee.
This is a prayer for unity. O thou kind Lord, thou hast created all humanity from the same stock. Thou hast decreed that all shall belong to the same household. In thy holy presence they are all thy servants, and all mankind are sheltered beneath thy tabernacle. All have gathered together at thy table of bounty. All are illumined through the light of thy providence. O God, thou art kind to all. Thou hast provided for all, dost shelter all, conferrest life upon all. Thou hast endowed each and all with talents and faculties, and all are submerged in the ocean of thy mercy. O thou kind Lord, unite all, let the religions agree, and make the nations one, so that they may see each other as one family, and the whole earth as one home. May they all live together in perfect harmony. O God, raise aloft the banner of the oneness of mankind. O God, establish the most great peace. Cement thou, O God, the hearts together. O thou kind Father God, gladden our hearts through the fragrance of thy love. Brighten our eyes through the light of thy guidance. Delight our ears with the melody of thy word, and shelter us all in the stronghold of thy providence. Thou art the mighty and powerful. Thou art the forgiving, and thou art the one who overlooketh the shortcomings of all mankind. Abdu'l-Baha.
Feel the sun on the window pane. Now I know that I'm living. Lights went out on the boats in the bay just before the sun was risen. So Friday morning has come again, and oh, what a gift I've been given. All my time is my own today. What else could I have chosen but to give it to you? 'Cause I can't give away what isn't mine, and all that I have is my life and my time, and the feel of a hometown where I landed is slipping away. I'll be empty-handed, so all I can call these things my own, I'm gonna give them to you. I hold the earth in the palm of my hand, so say the wise and the sages. I've got nothing, but I'm working God's land. I've got the wealth of the ages. Wear the clothing of the common man, doing the work of the angels. Time flies like fine grains of sand. My life is a turn of the pages. I'll give it to you. I can't give away what isn't. All that I have is my life and my time, the feel of a hometown where I landed, slipping away. I'll be empty-handed, so all I can call these things my own, and I'll give them to
value of this chance, this favorable juncture that is limitless grace. Ere it slip from your hands. Soon will our handful of days be gone, and we shall pass empty-handed into the hollow that is dark, for those who speak no more. It's only my life till it's ended, and it's only what love demanded to give it to you. It's like giving away what isn't mine. Can I really claim my life and my time, or even the hometown where I landed? Slipping away, I'll be empty-handed. So all I can call these things my own, I'm gonna give them to you. And if I can call these things my own, I'm gonna give them to you. Can I really call
True civilization in this mortal world, and the shredder of imperishable glory upon every high-aiming race and nation.
Please, you have to come forward for this eulogy.
Brothers had asked me if I'd say a few words. I told them I didn't think I could. Diana and I had a very close relationship. Some of you will understand this, some of you won't, and some of you probably think I'm crazy. I spoke to her this morning. And she wanted me to speak. At that time, I was at the market. market in Vancouver. And immediately the song came on by Eric Clapton. If I could change if I could change the world, and that was time. She was always educating and saying things to try and improve the world around her and around everyone else with her humor, her wisdom. I looked up in the sky, and there were just wispy clouds, and there were a pair of angel wings at that time. Of course, Diana was very special to everyone. She was a teacher, and all of her children have been teachers in their own ways. Every one of you. They chose a photograph here of Diana. It captures the love and the spirit in her eyes. And I hope that sometime you all get a chance to listen to that song by Eric Clapton, If I Could Change the World. That was Diana. Thank you. I'm Brad. I was the youngest of the children, and Diana was the first mother I ever really knew. She used to babysit me and watch me all the time when the parents were at work. And, she coerced me into taking naps every day, as she was good at doing. And she made it a fun thing, though. She told me that if I'd go to sleep, the Sandman would come and bring something for me. And so she's the one that addicted me to candy and sugar. But he got me to sleep. I remember one of the fun times we had, I was up here in Seattle when they were living there, and we drove down to see Rubia's basketball game. And it was quite a trip. You never knew what was going to happen when you were with Diana, good or bad. And anyway, on the way home, it was just raining cats and dogs. And we were driving this old car that was something else. But anyway, we're going down the road, and I'm driving. And the rear axle fell out of the back end of the car. So I had to walk up to a farmer's house and get some help. And we ended up staying in a motel room that night. And Rui and Rahim and Diana and I was watching a movie, and we got the spirit of joy fell on us, and we were laughing so hard. I never laughed so hard in my life. And that was just one of those wonderful things that Diana carried with her all the time was joy and love, and she was just a real special lady. And I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but I just thank God for my sister. She was a real special lady. Thank you.
So, you've heard a lot about love tonight, and there's a reason for that. You know, Mom was really big into the virtues, and whenever I think about Mom, I think of love. You know, I have friends who maybe didn't meet Mom or didn't know her as well, and who are now parents, and they ask me, how did you do it? 5 kids, are you kidding me? And to me, it's like that. She didn't have enough kids here, And so she adopted anyone that would come into her home, you know, because she had that much love to share. And I thank her for that because it taught us so much, and now we have brothers and sisters everywhere we go. And it was thanks to Mom and her love that she had for everyone. And as it shows tonight with everyone here, thanks, Mom.
Yeah, as Ruby said, she was quite into the virtues, and that was her thing. The virtue that really stands out, so many when I think of our dear mother, but one virtue that really stands out is perseverance. She never gave up, and she faced incredible challenges, as we all do. She was different, she was original, she was eccentric sometimes. She followed her heart. She went with the wind and the spirit, and that was really our man. And sometimes it took us to some very crazy places. Small villages in Alaska, islands out in Hawaii, a little town named Alsea in Oregon. Many places, and creating these amazing environments and events and activities and programs like Lobster. So that this is really what happens when you don't give up and you persevere and you commit your life to something. It's these beautiful experiences and adventures where at times we don't understand that. But she did. She always said, don't worry, it's going to work out. Just trust. Follow your heart. And as we did that as kids, I can speak for myself, I think for all of us, we really saw that, you know, in many parts of our lives, especially living in this environment with a dad and a mom that were completely the opposite in terms of personalities and characters. But she never gave up. She loved the family, as Ruby said. That was her other most outstanding virtue, really, all of them. And I thank her for that. Without that perseverance, we wouldn't all be here tonight together. And when I look across the room and see so many amazing friends and stories start coming in my mind from Alaska and Hawaii and Oregon, Washington, and all of the places we traveled and did things. New York, going across the country. So I would like to thank my mom for that virtue that she's given all of us, and I think brought all of us here tonight.
I'm Habibi, Diana's oldest daughter. You say the black sheep of the family. No, I've been through some extreme struggles since I graduated from high school, and thanks to my mom's spirit, which she planted in me, my spirit has never been broken. And I'm still here, and I haven't lost who I am. My mom never gave up on me. And one of the last things I told her was that I was so sorry that I wasn't able to make her proud. And she said, Habibi, I'll always be proud of you. She definitely showed unconditional love. And I'm relieved more than sad that she's passed on to the next world, because she's released from the cage that was her body at the end. And she always told us growing up that she was prepared to go to the next world, that she was looking forward to it, she wasn't scared, so my mom's happy. She's watching with us. Thank you guys all for coming.
Diana Jean, oh boy. The youngest, Diana Jean Tufts, more affectionately known as Mama Tufts. It's impossible to capture what she means to me, what she means to so many others, in a 30-minute speech, so I'm going to take an hour so you get comfortable. Couple tidbits, couple favorites. She was very interested in giving gifts. And whether it be a birthday gift or a token of love or token of appreciation, the one thing that she gave me was a little sign that says, the weirder I get, the happier I am. And I have that sign in my classroom, and it's a constant reminder to me and lessons that she gave us from day one, not to worry about what others think, just be yourself. And she never ever put on a fake face. She was always true to who she was, and she taught that to us from day one. And the weirder I get, the happier I am. That's the truth. I got a bunch, so make sure you're comfortable. These guys mentioned the virtues cards, and she would teach classes and have people draw virtues cards and read the definitions, and then maybe talk about how you can apply it to your life. And so the other night we were in the back porch of Rudy's house, and somebody said, "Hey, let's do a virtues pick." And so we did it. We're like, "Yeah, let's honor Mom. Let's talk about this." So before I talk about the virtues card that I chose, I'll just rewind a couple years. And I had some students, some seniors that were about to graduate, and they said, "Mr. Tufts, if you could give us one piece of advice as we go into the next chapter, what could you give us? What could you tell us?" And immediately, and I don't know where it came from, but immediately it popped in my head. I said, "Be kind." That's it. That's a cardinal rule, and it's something that she instilled us. I said, "Be kind." And then the other night, in Rudy's back porch, I drew a card out of the virtues pick, and it was kindness. And so I just wanted to read. I won't read both sides. It's just the affirmations that it says, "I am kind. I show compassion to others. I have the courage to show that I care." And that a couple years ago, and I don't know where that advice came from. I know where it came from. It came from Mom and things that she instilled in us. I'm not done. The room is full. I know there's people downstairs, and it's all out of love for my mom, our mom, and I can truly say I'm honored. I'm honored to be a son of Diana Tufts. I'm honored to call her mother, because she was a mother to you guys. She's a friend to you. I'm honored to be her son. Thank you.
I don't know how I can follow that. So I can't follow that.
Crack a joke.
I just want to thank everyone for coming. She was full of love, and it's very evident in all the love here tonight, so thank you.
I still have my school teacher voice. All you men, listen up. I was raised by my wife. There's more truth to that than you will ever know. Anytime there was a difficulty, we would pray together. We learned how to pray together. We learned how to consult together. Our love grew for each other. We didn't even know each other when we got married. But that little triangle, me and Diana, yeah, you know who's up there. We dedicated our life to the faith. And as we did that, we grew closer together. And every time we drifted apart or had a difficulty, we would look at each other and we would say prayers together. We learned how to consult together. When we got through with both of those, we'd look at each other and laugh. We ended up laughing for 42 years. And I'm here to tell you, that was wonderful. There is no way I could ever tell you a story and explain to you how wonderful that experience is. That was the treasure of Diana, raising her husband.
Okay, we've prepared some pictures of Mom's past and her from childhood to her later years. And a lot of the pictures are taken from different parts of her life. Of course, she started in Colorado with her brothers and her dear grandma. And from Colorado to several places, but her Baha'i life began in Hawaii, and then from Hawaii to Alaska, from Alaska back to Hawaii, and finally settled in Oregon, Alsea, Wilmington, Alsea, and later Renton, Washington, and then finally Washington. So these photos will reflect some of the experiences that we've all had with her. Many of you here are in some of these, and if you're not, I'm so sorry. We tried. There's too much of her life to get in a slideshow. After the slideshow, we will give others a chance to speak. We have a few people picked out to share story that come from those different areas of her life, and then others after that are welcome to share the mic, and then we'll have some music, and people can relax and socialize, and hopefully lots of laughter, because that's what she loves.